Hey everybody, welcome back to the Spinner Rack. I'm here with my boy Petey. Say what's up, Petey.
What's up, y'all?
Hey, Disney's dropping a Goosebumps series. Here is the trailer. Wow.
Now, it
Oh,
was also at the con, but this obviously is streaming already, but we hadn't done anything, so we're into it right now. Get ready, get set.
go.
Have we met?
Nathan Bratt, I'm the new English teacher.
You live near here?
Yeah. The old Biddle House.
The Biddle House.
I did hear the horrible story about the boy who used to live there.
You know, I hear it's haunted. Have you seen anything strange happening there?
Say cheese!
It's not funny!
No. Not that I can think of.
Some weird stuff has been happening.
Something's clearly wrong.
Why would you do that, man? That's not cool!
There's no such thing as a curse, dude. That isn't real.
I get those goosebumps every time.
Are you okay?
Get the nuts! Get the nuts!
This is all connected. He's getting revenge for what our parents did to him.
I get those goosebumps every time.
Oh my god, we're murder Nepo babies.
Tell us what's going on. It's obvious you know. That's why all of this is happening to us.
We have no choice. This ends now.
It's time for them to learn the truth. Come with me.
Oh my god, we need to talk.
Why does James smell like watermelon Jolly
I was
Ranchers?
just gonna say.
What do you think? I know you're not a horror guy, but
No, not wrong. I mean, I think they took some of the books from what I understand, not all of the books. So but it's supposed to be a comedy and a horror show. So, the question is, how is it working?
it's working well. I'm caught up. I watched a bunch of them. I think my sister used to watch these. I guess on Nick was on Nickelodeon or something like that. One of those channels, but I don't know. Oh, maybe she read the books. Maybe she read the books. So can you talk about the books for a second?
No, I've never read any of the books.
Okay, I think
Oh,
it definitely it's a series for kids, though, right?
Yeah, I mean, and a lot of people grew up with this, and so it comes back to some of the stories. So this is like familiar food, like comfort food for people. I would say apple pie, but being that this is Halloween, it's probably pumpkin pie. So they have a whole bunch of different stories in there from what I remember, and I don't think they're going to do all of them, and especially using some of the same recurring characters here. So, but I mean, look, it looks pretty good. The main character, what's the name of that actor? Do you know that actor, the main character?
The guy who plays the person who seemingly possessed.
Yeah.
I don't know. He was pretty big in the early 2000s. He was in
Yeah,
Die Hard. Was it Live Free or Die Hard? A bunch of things.
but
Give me a sec. Give me a sec. But keep going.
yeah, he is like the perfect creepy looking dude. You know what I'm trying to say?
Well, I think this falls in line with like I think what did I see? What's it called? Oh man, Midnight Mass. There've been a couple of horror things that's been out here that's been a lot of fun. Now this is a little more fun. This is Justin Long who you're talking about.
Yeah, Justin Long. That's exactly what it is.
So
He's
so
done.
hmm?
I said he's done a lot of work. This kid
Yes,
is,
yeah.
so
And
he's
he
done.
has he's kind of the nerdy type but smart aleck nerd type thing. So he's got some things going for him as a talent. And
Yeah,
he's been working since forever, so I doubt that's gonna stop. But but he's like in the classic '80s and '90s, seemingly nerdy guy. But then you see the people that he dates, and it's like, wait a second, that's not who. It's like,
Neymar, stuff like that.
yeah. So, but ultimately, I'm looking like this. They're bringing stuff that's familiar to you. You can see but they're talking about something that their parents did, and you see someone who's, you see a couple people possessed and a mask. So it's not something that's entirely new, but it's taking all these things, not just tropes, but actual stories, and just kind of tweaking them in their own way for the this sort of series. So it's interesting. You'll see a lot of stuff that you've seen before, but at the same time, they're doing some interesting stuff with it. So
Yeah, I mean, it's I haven't seen the show, but I'm just reading the trailer. Looks really good, really well done. And one thing you gotta
mhm.
say is definitely puts money behind their properties. I get the feeling Netflix throws everything against the wall and say, "Yo, what hits?" Right?
But this one
But
ain't Netflix. This is on Disney.
no, no, I know that. But I'm saying Netflix throws everything against the wall and say, "Yo, whatever hits, hits. Come what comes." Right?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
this, they whether it works or not, you could tell that they definitely put time and money into their more time and money into their properties, you know. And of course, now that they're trying to make more money, they're slowing down. You can see that with the Marvel movies coming up and some other things in the pipeline, basically.
Well, I think the hard part is I wouldn't get into the hard part is if say I'm Marvel, right? And not all of these are Marvel graphic novels. But say I had this many graphic novels of Marvel, there's so much material to mine for the Marvel stuff. The fact that they've been doing something and then struggling to try to find their the story with these characters when ultimately, look, in truth, people might not say it. I watched it less frequently, but Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is kind of what you can do. They didn't deal with all the stories and all the dynamics of S.H.I.E.L.D., but it was something that they were able to mine and use a lot of stuff. Now imagine if they used a lot of this stuff, a lot of key stories
For
as
Goose,
able to use the real Nick Fury. Who knows with having a James Bond type of thing. But I don't. I think Disney is in a place where this is a good fun hit for them to have in between Marvel stuff, and they got Loki going on at the same time. So you know, this maybe will get to, and it's like real kids. Like Disney, I think the stuff they do outside of Marvel are like real kid dramas because they do stuff. They have love triangles, people that get on the other people's nerves. Obviously, they have I can't even call it counterculture, but they have a real mix of characters and whatnot and friendships. So it's not all totally nice people and totally that, but they have people get on each other's nerves, argue, that sort of thing. So it's I think Disney had already figured that out in their storytelling, but it's fun to see this work for me because I think a friend of mine recommended it because I liked the actress from Picard, and it did definitely held up. She was really enjoyable too. I didn't imagine her being from high school, but you look past that stuff. So any other things on this? So do we move on?
I think with the Goosebumps that people, I mean, I do remember. I remember reading it, not myself, but reading it with kids when they were much younger. These books. I remember they're small books for not huge books. The author said that he used to run through some of these like in a week or whatever, real fast because he I think he had over 62 books or 60 books he produced. But I remember these coming out in Scholastic, right? I don't know if anybody here, if you're in the States, everybody who went to school here in the States had Scholastic, the paper that came through, and then they had a bunch of different books that were there. And of course, that was one of the ones that I think some people gravitated like horror, and some people, you have different Y young adult books they also have. But I do remember seeing that often, like, wow, these books are just like rolling off the shelves. It's like back in the old days, you had the Nancy Drew and you know books that used to go too. But this is something along those veins. But R.L. Stein was able to, get a really strong following with this particular series. And there's a whole bunch of books on this. Like I said, 62. They're not huge books, right? So
Mhm.
yeah. So I'm just saying that's something that people just I just want people to know basically that that's why you had such a huge fan base. You had a young crowd. And think what they also had this particular Goosebumps had movies, TV shows,
Yeah, yeah.
What else did it have? I think it had. Did it have a video game? I think it had a video game, right?
I don't know, but I think my sister used to watch some of those.
Yeah. Um, it had a comic books. You didn't even realize. Just looking at it right now, it had a comic book. So it's pretty interesting what you can do with a particular IP if you have a loyal fan base to follow with you.
Yeah, no, I mean, you get to, instead of doing separate stories, they're doing a connected story. So.
Yeah, they definitely are. But hey, if that's something you enjoy, and if you want to go back to, if you were a fan of that in the past, I think you may enjoy this going forward, right?
All right.
All right. So hey, you giving the series a thumbs up or not?
Definitely, I'm watching it and it's good. It comes out on Friday, so I have to wait another 4 days for a new episode, which is not cool. I got through. I'm trying to finish my billions, and then I was trying to get through this, and it was done. So, and the hookup plan on those on Netflix, so it's not connected. So anyway,
Okay. Well, hey, Spitterack.
out.